Hello everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to analyze the Hindu newspaper for 4th May 2020. आप सभी का स्वागत है अर्पिता शर्मा क्लासेस में। मैं हूं अर्पिता शर्मा, आप सभी की एजुकेटर, और आज हम 4th May 2020 का द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर एनालाइज करने जा रहे हैं। Before starting the class, Simplifying UPSC with Ease is the name of our Telegram channel. You can join our Telegram channel through the link given below in the description box, and all the class PDF notes etc. are uploaded on the channel, which you can download also. Right? हमारी टेलीग्राम चैनल का नाम है सिंप्लीफाइंग यूपीएससी विद ईज। आप चाहें तो चैनल ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं टेलीग्राम पर, ताकि आपको कोई भी इंपॉर्टेंट नोटिफिकेशन या अपडेट या पीडीएफ्स मिस ना कर सकें। राइट? ऑल्सो आई एम टेकिंग अनअकैडमी प्लस कोर्सेज, अ फ्री स्पेशल लाइव क्लास आई एम गोइंग टू टेक टुमारो। कल मैं एक फ्री स्पेशल लाइव क्लास अनअकैडमी प्लस पर लेने जा रही हूँ। The class will be on how to prepare for GS paper 4. This will be a free special live class. ये free class होगी and it will be conducted at 4 p.m. The link is given below in the description box. You can join it. You can register into it so that you are timely notified about it. Timely आपको notification मिल जाए, इसीलिए आप नीचे दिए गए लिंक पर क्लिक कर सकते हैं। डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में लिंक दिया है। कल होगी ये क्लास फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट एट अनअकैडमी प्लस। Also, I am taking two courses on Unacademy Plus. One is on Art and Culture. It's a crash course. 10 days का ये crash course होगा, wherein everything in art and culture related to UPSC CSE will be taught, and revising current affairs through MCQs. Last 1 year's current affairs we are going to revise through MCQs in this particular course. You can get 10% discount using my referral code Sharma20. Let's begin the class without any delay. The first important news is economic recovery may take over a year, says CII. CII over here is Confederation of Indian Industry. CII क्या है? Confederation of Indian Industry. So the country's highest performing economic districts should be allowed to play by different rules in the third phase of the lockdown beginning on Monday, that is today, according to the Confederation of Indian Industry, because our economy is suffering a lot. हमारी economy इस वक्त काफी सफर कर रही है, तो इसीलिए CII का कहना है कि अपने अपने डिफरेंट रूल्स बनाकर, स्टेट वाइज डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज डिफरेंट रूल्स बनाकर कंट्री की जो इकोनॉमिक डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं उनको फंक्शन करने दिया जाए इस लॉकडाउन के दौरान। राइट? तो CII हैज रिकमेंडेड टू द गवर्नमेंट दैट द डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स शुड बी अलाउड टू मेक देयर ओन रूल्स एंड कैरी आउट देयर इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज, बिकॉज आवर कंट्री इज इकोनॉमिकली सफरिंग अ लॉट. So CII has submitted a strategy paper. In a strategy paper submitted to the center on Saturday, CII called for changes in zone classification, saying that the 150 districts with highest economic value identified either through GDP contribution or density of industrial clusters should be allowed to restart industrial activity. 100 से 150 के बीच में कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं जिनकी इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू काफी हाई है, तो CII का कहना है कि गवर्नमेंट को इनको फंक्शन करने दिया जाना चाहिए, इनकी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज को वापस स्टार्ट करना चाहिए. It argued that cost of 100% testing and aggressive health protocols is lower than continued shutdown in these areas. Survey among member CEOs of CII notes the likelihood of job losses. Survey also notes complete shutdown of operations as their biggest problem. There is lack of demand, supply and distribution chain disruption, and credit crunch which the industrial sectors and clusters are facing right now. So CII has given its opinion that economic recovery would take almost a year. जितना भी हमें लॉस फिलहाल हो रहा है, कम से कम साल भर लगेगा, राइट, इकोनॉमिक रिकवरी के लिए. Now there are certain suggestions given by CII. CII ने कुछ suggestions दिए हैं. What are those suggestions? Let us have a look at them. Suggestions देख लेते हैं क्या suggestions दिए गए हैं CII के द्वारा. Calibrated exit. Given the immense economic impact, CII has argued for calibrated exit from the lockdown in country's most crucial economic regions. That means the most economically crucial regions or districts in a country should exit from the lockdown and should restart functioning. देखो, कहना ये है CII का कि हमें अभी ये वायरस जाने वाला नहीं है, राइट, बट हम इसके चलते अपनी इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी को कंप्लीटली शट डाउन करके रख दे, वो भी गलत है, वो भी फीजिबल नहीं होगा. राइट? जितना हम देरी करेंगे वापस इंडस्ट्रीज को रीस्टार्ट करने में, उतना ज्यादा लॉस हमें होगा. तो प्रिकॉशंस लेकर सर्टन रूल्स तैयार करके हम इकोनॉमिक इंडस्ट्रियल यूनिट्स को, जो मोस्ट क्रूशियल इकोनॉमिक रीजन्स में इंडस्ट्रियल यूनिट्स हैं, उनको हम चालू करते हैं. सो बेसिकली CII हैज दिस पॉइंट दैट वायरस इज गोइंग टू स्टे, राइट, वेदर यू बिलीव इट और नॉट. वायरस इज राइट नाउ गोइंग टू स्टे, इट इज नॉट गोइंग एनीवेयर, but because of this we cannot completely shut down the industries, because it is going to impact our economy a lot, and very negatively it is going to impact our economy. So in the most crucial, most important economic regions in our country, we should restart the industrial activities with strict rules and with proper groundwork. The CII has called for changes in zone classification. Now right now Delhi government is also saying that entire Delhi should not be under red zone. Central government has put entire Delhi under red zone, but there are few hotspots only which should be put under red zone, as which is said, as suggested by the Delhi government. So CII has called for changes in zone classification. Within the high economic value district, small restricted areas like the actual street, mohalla, building or industrial complex where the cases have been identified should be treated as containment zone. But the areas where the cases have not emerged, those areas should be opened up. अब CII का कहना ये है, जिन एरियाज में केसेस निकल कर आए हैं उनको आप पूरी तरीके से बंद करो, शट डाउन करो, कंटेन करो, कंटेनमेंट जोन बनाओ, प्रॉपर क्वारंटीन कर दो. बट जिस एरियाज में केसेस अभी नहीं आए हैं उनको भी बंद करना गलत होगा, right? This was said by CII. An area of about 500 meter radius around these areas should be treated as orange zone. Remaining area of district should be classified as green zones. अब ऐसे रेड जोन वाले एरियाज हैं, उनसे कुछ 500 मीटर की रेडियस पे जो एरियाज आएंगे उनको ऑरेंज जोन में डाल दो, और जो उससे भी आगे हैं एरियाज उनको रेड जोन में, ग्रीन जोन में डाला जाए. Second suggestion is focusing on priority district. CII has argued that countries' high-performing economic districts should be allowed to play by different rules in the third phase of lockdown. That means restart of the economic activities with certain rules. The 100 or 150 districts with highest economic value identified either through GDP contribution or density of industrial clusters should be allowed to restart industrial activity even in containment areas if strict rules are followed. So over here in this news clipping also you can see, इस news clipping में भी आप देख सकते हो, CII suggested full industrial operations could be restarted in priority districts if aggressive door-to-door testing or group testing covering 100% of population is carried out, strict sanitation and distancing protocols are followed, personal protective equipments PPE would be provided free of cost for within all the industrial units. Workers would have to be housed on the premises or within walking distance. Both raw materials and finished goods would be disinfected and kept in isolation for 72 hours before use. And at the end of the day, the CII argued that cost-benefit analysis favors such an approach. So basically ये strategy है जो CII ने दी है, जिससे हम अपने economic activity को वापस revive कर सकते हैं. Aggressive door-to-door testing is one of them. Group testing covering 100% of the population. Strict sanitation and distancing protocols. These are the suggestions given by CII while restarting the economic activities. Next, very important news from prelims perspective. ये काफी important है news. 110% chances are there that it can be asked in prelims. African swine fever. Assam told to go for culling. Now over here you can see that the Assam Animal Husbandry and Veterinary Minister Atul Bora has said the centre has advised the state government to go for culling of pigs affected by African swine fever. So what is African swine fever? African swine fever is a hemorrhagic fever with high mortality rates in domestic pigs. Underline this, it is very important for prelims. Now this fever does not cause disease in humans. This is again very important. That means it is not zoonotic. ये animal से humans में नहीं आता तो ये zoonotic नहीं है. It does not cause disease in humans. Underline this. African swine fever persistently infects its natural host, warthogs, bush pigs, soft ticks, which likely act as a vector with no disease signs. So this swine fever is the only virus with a double-stranded DNA genome known to be transmitted by arthropods. It can be spread by ticks and can also be transmitted by direct or indirect contact with infected pigs, feces or body fluids. Now this disease is an example of emerging infectious disease and it is endemic to sub-Saharan Africa. As of 2020, no vaccine is commercially available for this disease. In April 20, India reported the first African swine fever disease outbreak वेयर इन असम एंड इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश। सो एक नई तरीके का फीवर आ गया है, अफ्रीकन स्वाइन फीवर। फाइन, अभी तो इसमें ऐसा कोई सिम्टम नहीं है कि ये डिजीज ह्यूमंस में भी जाती है। असम और अरुणाचल प्रदेश में इसका आउटब्रेक देखने को मिला है। और ये जो वायरस है ये बॉडी टिक्स के थ्रू फैलता है, राइट, और बॉडी फ्लूइड्स के थ्रू फैलता है। पिग्स इन्फेक्ट होते हैं इससे, राइट, क्लियर एवरीवन। और ये एक लौता ऐसा वायरस है जो कि डबल स्ट्रैंडेड डीएनए जीनोम जिसमें पाया गया है। सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर प्रीलिम्स, ये काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है प्रीलिम्स के लिए। BRICS against COVID-19. Now this editorial you have to read today from the Hindu newspaper. But what is important for us from this editorial? The New Development Bank. New Development Bank is also known as BRICS Development Bank. New Development Bank को BRICS Development Bank भी बोलते हैं. It is a multilateral development bank. It is operated by BRICS states. The bank's primary focus is lending to the infrastructure projects. It will have starting capital of $50 billion. With capital increase to $100 billion over time. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa will initially contribute $10 billion each. Total $50 billion हो जाएगा. Unlike the World Bank, which assign votes based on capital shares, here in NDB, that is New Development Bank, each participant country will be assigned one vote and no country will have veto power. Clear? So these facts are important for prelims. ये facts आपके prelims के लिए बहुत important है. Center drafts new rules for satellite TV channels. Satellite TV platform has been witness to fast evolving broadcasting technology and drastic changes in market scenario. To overhaul its 9-year-old uplink and downlink policy for private satellite TV channels, Information and Broadcasting Ministry has issued draft guidelines with strict provisions for any violation, with an additional clause that Ministry of Home Affairs can step in to revoke the security clearance in case of repeated violations. Basically strict provisions, जो आपके टीवी चैनल्स होते हैं, सैटेलाइट ब्रॉडकास्टिंग सिस्टम है, उसमें स्ट्रिक्ट प्रोविजंस लाए गए हैं. The draft guidelines list 11 violations. The major ones are delay or non-invitation to the ministry about change in shareholding pattern of company. जितने भी ये ब्रॉडकास्टिंग टीवी चैनल्स हैं, अगर इनकी कंपनी में शेयर होल्डिंग पैटर्न में कोई डिफरेंस आता है तो इनको मिनिस्ट्री को नोटिफाई करना पड़ेगा. अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ डायरेक्टर विदाउट प्रायर परमिशन ऑफ मिनिस्ट्री. अगर मिनिस्ट्री की परमिशन के बिना किसी डायरेक्टर को अपॉइंट किया तो वायोलेशंस को उसको वायोलेशन माना जाएगा. नॉन रिमूवल ऑफ डायरेक्टर हु हैज बीन डिनाइड सिक्योरिटी क्लियरेंस. Displaying dual logo or using logo or name not permitted by the ministry. So if these violations are done, penalty will be applied. Draft guidelines have strict provisions for any violation of the set rules. Penalty for violation ranges from warning, then prohibition to broadcast up to 10 days and even cancellation of permission. पहले तो warning दी जाएगी, उसके बाद 10 दिन तक broadcast नहीं करने दिया जाएगा कोई भी सीरियल, उसके बाद permission को cancel किया जाएगा. Like the previous guidelines, all channels have to take security clearance from Ministry of Home Affairs. Underline this. It is very important for prelims. जितने भी channels हैं, उनको अगर कुछ भी broadcast करना है, उनको पहले security clearance लेना पड़ेगा MHA से. The clearance is valid for 10 years. Underline this also. This is also important for prelims. 10 साल तक ये valid रहेगा. However, new guidelines mention that MHA can withdraw the clearance. अब ये जो नई guidelines आई है to overhaul it, right, the new guidelines say that the MHA can withdraw the clearance. Previously, broadcasters of sports channels had to take separate permission 15 days before telecasting a live event. A welcome change in the draft guidelines is the relaxation offered for non-news category channels to broadcast the live events. Process has been streamlined. Instead of now asking for permission, now channel merely has to register online at Broadcast Seva with the necessary document 5 days prior to telecast. पहले 15 दिन पहले परमिशन लेनी पड़ती थी स्पोर्ट्स चैनल को, अब वो 5 दिन पहले अपने आप को रजिस्टर कर लें, बस उतना काफी होगा. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. आज की क्लास सभी को अच्छी लगी. If you really enjoyed it, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And we are keeping the like target of this class to 60 likes. 60 likes का target रखते हैं आज की क्लास का. Let's see if we are able to achieve that or not. Have a beautiful day ahead.